In business, first days can be brutal. For one young woman, her very first day nearly ended before it began. The CEO wanted her gone, but one unexpected move would turn the entire company upside down and change her life forever. Emma James was the first in her family to graduate college. Her parents worked double shifts just to see her wear that graduation gown. And now, walking into Braden Co, the empire of power, money, and prestige, she felt the weight of those sacrifices on her shoulders. But dreams don't always greet you warmly. The receptionists barely looked up, executives rushed past, and when she greeted a colleague, the response was nothing more than a distracted nod. Her desk was shoved in a far corner with stacks of forgotten files. She smiled nervously, whispering to herself, "You can do this, Emma. Just get through today." Albert Braden, the man behind the empire, wasn't known for kindness. He was sharp, relentless, and feared by everyone on the 30th floor. Rumor had it that if Albert spotted weakness, you were finished. Interns rarely lasted a week, and Emma, she had entered on the worst possible day, when Albert was locked in battle to save a multi-million-dollar contract. His patience was thinner than glass, and every eye in the building watched his every move. Emma tried her best, organizing files, taking notes, learning the office rhythm. But whispers carried, "She won't last." Another intern in over her head. Her stomach sank further when Albert walked past. He didn't even speak, just a glance, cold and dismissive. And in that moment, Emma wondered if she had made the biggest mistake of her life. Upstairs, the crisis boiled over. A major client threatened to walk away. Weeks of proposals had failed, and Albert's executives were out of answers. Millions hung in the balance. Emma, stationed near the copier, overheard frantic conversations. Reports were tossed, numbers scribbled. And then, something caught her eye. A tiny detail in the figures, a pattern overlooked. Her pen scratched furiously as she connected the dots. But reality hit. She was just an intern. Speaking up could cost her everything. Emma's thoughts battled within her. "Stay quiet, don't embarrass yourself." But another voice pressed harder. "If you don't speak, no one will. And this company could lose everything." Her palms sweated. She paced by her desk. She thought of her parents, the years of sacrifice, the late nights she had studied for this very chance. And suddenly, silence was no longer an option. Emma knocked lightly. The room went still. Albert looked up, irritated. "Yes?" His tone sliced the air. Her voice trembled, but she pushed forward. "Mr. Braden, I think I have a solution." The executives exchanged amused glances. An intern offering advice. Albert leaned back, folding his arms. "Go on," he said, almost mocking. Emma opened her notebook and explained, clearly, confidently, piece by piece. She pointed out the overlooked pattern, the compromise that satisfied both sides. Her words flowed steadier with each breath. Albert's eyes narrowed as he scanned her notes. The room froze. Seconds felt like hours. Emma's chest tightened, bracing for rejection. And then Albert spoke. "It might actually work." A ripple of shock swept through the room. For the first time, Albert wasn't dismissing an intern. He was listening. Albert wasted no time. He called the client, arranging a final meeting. And in a decision that stunned everyone, he told Emma to present her solution. She stood at the head of the table, heart pounding, but her voice carried confidence. The client leaned forward, intrigued, then finally smiled. "We'll sign." The deal was saved. Applause filled the room. Albert Braden, cold, feared Albert, allowed himself a rare smile. That evening, Albert called her into his office. He didn't look like the ruthless CEO anymore. "Emma," he said quietly, "I underestimated you. From today, you're not just an intern. You're part of this team." Tears stung her eyes. She had done it through courage, not titles. Her first day had nearly ended in failure, but it became the spark that launched her future. Emma proved that courage can be louder than doubt, and that sometimes the boldest ideas come from the quietest voices. If Emma's story inspired you, share it with someone chasing their dream. And remember, sometimes one bold move is all it takes to change everything.